with you, Miss Yasmin, science teacher. We are going to cover today Unit 3, Principle of Heredity. Slide number 2. We have two types of traits, heredity traits and acquired traits. What's meant by heredity traits? They are traits that transmit from one generation to another generation. Example for heredity traits, hair color and skin color. So what are the example for heredity traits? They are hair color and skin color. And what are the traits that transmit from one generation to another? It is heredity traits. What's meant by acquired traits? They are traits that are not transmit from one generation to another. Example for acquired traits, swimming and playing football. Slide number 3. Genetics. What's meant by genetics? It is a science that research transmission of the heredity traits from one generation to another. We have studied before the self-pollination. What's meant by self-pollination? It is a process of transferring the pollen grain from anther of flower to stigma of the same flower. Slide number 4. Mixed pollination. What's meant by mixed pollination? It is a process of transferring the pollen grain from anther of flower to stigma of another flower. As shown here in the figure, we can see the mixed pollination transfer the pollen grain from one flower to another. Mendel was the founder of heredity. The scientific study of heredity started Mendel's experiment on pea plant. Why Mendel chose the pea plant? Slide number 5. What are the reasons for choosing Mendel for pea plant? He chose Mendel the pea. Number 1, easy to be planted and it grow fast. 2, the life cycle is short. 3, it is self-pollinated. 4, it is artificially pollinated. 5, it produces large number of plants in generation. 6, it has several bases of easily recognized contrasting traits. Slide number 6. In the following figure, Mendel experiment in heredity. As shown in this figure, we can see the seed's shape. The seed's shape may be smooth or wrinkled, and the seed's color, it may be yellow or green. Also the fruit's color, it may be green or yellow, and the fruit's shape may be swollen, and the color may be red or white, and the flower position, it may be side or at the end. And also the stem height, it may be tall or short. And there are many reasons for choosing the pea plant. Slide number 7. First, study the inheritance of any one pair of contrasting traits. Mendel's experiment to study the inheritance of the seed color traits of the pea plant. As shown here, we can see a plant give yellow seeds and a plant can give a green seeds. Slide number 8. Mendel's observed that plants that have yellow seed produce plants with yellow seeds, and the plants that have green seeds produce green seeds. Slide number 9. Removing the stamen from the flower of pea plant. We can see here how we can remove the stamen from the flower. Mendel plants the seed. Here we have pure yellow and pure green. When they are produced plant carrying flowers, he removes the stamen of this flower before anther become mature to ensure that the plant doesn't self-pollinate it. So it removes it to be sure that doesn't make self-pollination. Slide number 10. Mendel made cross-pollination. How he made the cross-pollination? He transferred the pollen grain from anther green seed to stigma of yellow seed. Then he removes the stigma after pollination to prevent the cross-pollination again, to be sure of that. Then he planted the produced seed. Slide number 11. Mendel observed that the first generation have yellow seed and the green color disappear in the first generation. So in the first generation, he saw that all are yellow seed and the green color disappear completely. So Mendel called that the yellow color of the seed is dominant and the green color is recessive. Number 4, Mendel last first generation saw self-pollinated then planted the result seed. Mendel observed that the produced plant of the second generation by the ratio 75% and 25%. 75% are yellow seeds and 25% are green seeds. So the second generation 3, 2, 1. Yellow seeds 3 and green seeds are 1. The principle of the complete dominance. As shown here in the figure, we can see dominant and recessive. There are some dominants like the seed shape is smooth and the recessive is wrinkled. And we can see the seed's color, the dominant is yellow and the recessive is green. And we can see the fruit color in the dominant is green and in the recessive is yellow. And also the flower color in the dominant is red and in the recessive is white. And here we can see the flower position. In the dominant it is side and in the recessive it is at the end. And here the stem height in the dominant is tall and in the recessive is short. So the appearance of dominant heredity traits in the individual of the first generation. When the two individuals are crossed, one of them carry a pure traits, contrasting the trait carried by the other individual. Thank you.